Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's another Tuesday here with CLX Foundry Live, where we dive deep inside of a customer's build and put it together from the ground up. I'm your host, DJ Blue PDX, and joining me live from our studios in Wichita, Kansas, it's our lead technical expert, Paul Steffens, and our master builder, Zach Hillingsworth. Gentlemen, hello.
Hi. Hello.
So we've got a different kind of a case today, which is going to be a lot of fun because we've got a project for AJ in North Carolina. That's going to be fun. So what are we going to be putting in this big old bad boy?
All right, so going inside of this Horus, starting out with our processor, we've got the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. To cool that, we've got our CLX Quench 360 AIO in black with RGB. For our motherboard, we've got an ASRock Z890-CW/BW7, so a lot of letters on there. It's got Wi-Fi 7, it's a white motherboard, looks really good. For our memory, we've got 2 sticks of G.Skill, 48GB DDR5, 6400 speed. So a total of 96 gigs of memory in this system, lots of memory. For our storage drives, we've got 2 of them. So our main drive, our OS drive, is going to be a Samsung 1TB 990 EVO. And then as secondary storage, we have a 2TB Seagate Barracuda hard disk drive. For our video card, we've got an RTX 5070 from MSI. This is a 12 gig card. And for our case fams, we've got 8 of our Game DS Aeolus M2s in black. These have a ton of RGB. They look great. It's going to look really solid inside the system. And for our power supply, we've got the Game DS Helios P2 850 watt 80 plus gold.
They can't hear us.
That sounds golden to me. Yeah. All right. Let's. What? I'm very loud?
What's new? DJ's always loud.
Yeah, I'm like, right? I'm always loud, people. Well, let's go ahead and get started on the case. And this is a different kind of a case. So what we've got here is going to be the Horus IQ 350X in white. Paul, tell me a little bit about this case.
Yeah, so really like this case. The cutouts for the mesh have this kind of cool pattern that you can see. It's all over the case, inside, through all the fans in the back. Similar to the NV5 on this as far as how the fans are going to go in. We obviously have our power supply shroud here, lots of storage room in the back, so really good looking case.
There we go, nice. I dig it. Now, the first thing we're going to be pumping in there is, of course, that motherboard. Why? Because it's a mother of boards. So this is coming to us from our friends at ASRock. This is the Z890 CWB-W7. So this is going to get you all the CW shows.
True.
Right?
What were the best CW shows? Was Buffy a CW show? I feel like it was Dawson's Creek, maybe. Maybe not. Anybody remember the Creek?
Good stuff.
While we're talking about the good stuff, let's talk about the good ways that we're going to be able to connect things to this motherboard, and that's going to be because we've got 2 antenna ports at the very top. You've got our HDMI port, that's down below there. What? Sorry, I heard somebody say something to me. We've got our 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 Type-C ports. That's 20 gigs on each of those. Loved it. You got 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, and then we've got our 2 USB 2.0 ports. your RJ45 LAN port, your BIOS flashback button, and of course your HD audio jacks for line in, front speaker, and microphone. Oh yeah, nice. Now that is it's an unattached. What would you call that?
IO shield.
There we go, an unattached IO shield. We'll go through that in just a little bit. Next up, though, we want to figure out how to make a brain. And this thing's going to be thinking real fast because it's an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. Paul, walk me through this processor.
It's a high-end processor from Intel. 24 core, 24 thread. You've got 8 performance cores and 16 efficiency cores. Has a base speed of 3.7 and a boost clock of 5.7. So top of the line, new from Intel. Very amazing processor. It's going to game, do editing, streaming, all that stuff.
Nice. Conrad says that the best CW show is Supernatural. I will say that's definitely in the top 3.
Supernatural was a CW show? Yep, that
Oh,
might
yeah.
take your cake.
Smallville.
Never watched Smallville.
Their DC shows, their DC shows were great for the first season or two, and then after you get past that second season, it's just a wash, rinse, repeat of constant absurdity. Like eventually, if you got that much crap going on in your city, you move out of the city. But no. And while we're thinking about that one, though, we've got to put our mounting ring on the base of our AIO where the pump is. You can see we've got the thermal paste at the very bottom in that circle, and now we're going to screw this thing down. So, Paul, what is an AIO? How does it work, and how is it different from other forms of cooling?
So an AIO stands for all-in-one, which means it comes out of the box ready to go. You can see Zach installing it right now. It is a liquid cooler. This is a radiator just like the one in your car. The coolant flows through here via the pump. The fins cool the liquid, and that's what cools your processor. So this is a 360, which means we can fit 3 120 millimeter fans on it. So when you say that number, we're referring to the size of the radiator. The standard sizes are 120, 240, and 360, but there are 140, 280, and 420 variants as well. They're typically going to come with a few different sets of hardware, so you grab the one that matches your motherboard socket like Zach did, and you're good to go. I mean, you can see all he's got left to do is plug it in.
Plug it in. All right. I think that's a Glade air freshener commercial.
I believe so.
So Zach, we see, is running this power cord around the base of it. What are the considerations that you need to take into play here when you are routing a cable like this around such a essential piece of the PC?
Yes, so what we don't want to do is we don't want to pull these cables tight. That processor is a hot piece of equipment. So that is what the liquid cooler is here for, is to distribute that heat away from it. So we just want to keep these cables loosey-goosey underneath. We'll be good to go.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've got that in there, and we've got our ties going in, because we'll be able to make good choices when it comes to cable management. Don't forget, if you see something that gives you adequate cause to ask a question, please ask away. We would love to answer your questions. Relevant questions. There we go. I had to clarify that one for a second. All right, up next, what we got? I think we're getting the RAM. Yeah, let's go. So this is two 48 gig sticks of G.Skill DDR5 6400 in Trident Z5 black RGB. Similar but different than the Batman Bangarang looking ones.
Oh yeah.
Batarang, yeah. So with a total of, what is that, 96 gigs? What's the upside to those other two slots being open?
Well, if you ever want 96 more gigs, you got them there for you. You probably won't need them for a long time, though. So.
And our M.2. This is how we load our operating system, and that's going to be a 1 terabyte Samsung 990 Evo NVMe M.2. That's what I have in my system.
Oh yeah.
For an OS. I dig it. A little later on, we will be bringing out the secondary storage, and that's going to be a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda hard disk drive.
I was gonna say, how big?
That's going to be mounted on the frame.
NVMe. Is it a terabyte or is
That's
it a 2 terabyte?
Mine? It's a single on the main, a 4 terabyte M.2 on the game.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm having to go through and cycle through different games. Like, okay, am I going to play this? Am I going to return to this? If not, I'm uninstalling.
Ooh, well, be careful on what you uninstall. You might uninstall something that you can't ever reinstall.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, some of those games. Some of those games.
I'm like, so that doesn't help. Does relevant questions mean we can't ask which sandwich would you have on a deserted island?
Tuna melt.
I mean, it's actually easier to find, from a probability standpoint, because you're stuck on an island in an ocean.
Plenty of tuna in the sea, the easy one. Getting the Kraft American cheese would be hard.
I'm going to be honest, I would say a meatball sub.
Meatball, nice. Zach, come on, what's yours?
Bacon sandwich, duh.
Just bacon?
Yeah, bacon and toast.
No BLTs, just bacon and
Just
toast.
bacon and toast. Have you ever had one?
Not just bacon.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Sounds
it's
good.
like half a pound of bacon. It is a meal. Like, you're for sure full after it. But it's just toast with mayonnaise and then like 8 to 12 slices of bacon.
Dang.
It's so good.
There you go.
10 of 10 would recommend.
All right, now we've got our fans on there. We're going to have to connect all them fans. So to do that, what are we doing, Zach?
Yes, so we have our radiator sitting on the roof of our case inside. And so just managing these 3 fan cables to go from the inside of the case to the back side of the case as one, instead of having 3 individual cables, just helps make the aesthetics inside of the case look a lot prettier and stay nice and clean.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm bringing it up to our case. This is going to be a fun one. We have not done one of these in a long time, if I'm being honest. So this is similar to some of our other cases. Paul, how is that the case right here?
So it's pretty standard for what we're wanting to install our motherboard on. We have our motherboard tray, which is this whole area right here, and then our standoffs. Now these white cases, typically the standoffs are this kind of chrome silver color, so they're easier to see than in a black case. So that's what we're looking at here. Zach's making sure all those are installed, and that if there is an extra one that needs, there is one there.
Cool. Nice. So it does sit up a little bit off the back, giving you guys a little bit of a reprieve there. Always remember that when you're putting that I/O shield in, be careful because that thing has the potential to slice a finger off.
Can be sharp.
Yep. Say goodbye to your gloves.
Deep water. I'll just go out there and get me one. I love watching that show. I don't know what it's called. Wicked Tuna, I think is what
Wicked
it's called.
tuna?
It's been a while
I
since
don't
I've
think
seen it.
so. That
They
sounds
go out on
scary.
these boats and they catch a tuna, and they'll get a tuna that's worth like $30,000.
Good
They
God.
just need like a couple catches, a couple
See,
of good ones.
I think a perfect storm ruined any notion of going out into the ocean or
Yeah,
onto
yeah.
a big body of water, because it's like, all right, cool, a wave comes and you're done. Yeah, that sounds not entertaining at all.
Yeah. And while we do know that we have a small drop issue on the Twitter side, hope the rest of you are hanging out, enjoying your time. Okay, so right now we're still on YouTube and still on the kicks. Is Switch back? Are we back?
So-
Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, going into this case, we're going to have 8 different Game DS fans. These are AOS M2s So, Paul, how's that going to work when it comes to airflow?
So we're going to have 4 intakes and 4 exhausts. Now we have 3 of our exhaust on the radiator right here, so there will be a little bit of restriction on that, which will give us a positive pressure environment in the system, which is what we are going for.
Nice.
Diesel father, what's up?
I will say, I really like the designs of their grill.
Oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Paul was talking about earlier.
Reminds me of the Destiny logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Diesel Father on the kick side. What's going on, dude?
Hello.
I believe that is our. I believe that's the individual that is, we're building this for. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You're the owner of this build. Yes, you are, sir. So,
Welcome.
yes, Diesel Father, glad to have you here. We have gotten your motherboard collected and put together, along with the AIO for the cooling system, as well as we've installed the CPU, obviously the AIO pump, and the RAM, along with the operating system M.2. So, now we're putting together the case. So, yes, welcome. Okay. Now, are there any special considerations that have to be taken when we're talking about this case versus other cases? Is there anything unique to this that might need to be remembered?
Not really that I can think of right now. This is a pretty basic, straightforward on setup. Once I flip it over here and we get to doing the case cables, I'll show you our storage options. It's kind of like how a lot of companies have a bar or a little SSD, HDD tray that you peel off, and that's where our hard drive will sit at. So some cases will have it down in the power supply shroud. This sits behind the motherboard. Very, very NV5-esque, yes.
Winter's over there in the chat. Hello, buddy. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Is winter coming? Is winter? Did winter ever come? Did I ask
came
this?
and went.
Okay. Was it okay?
It's Yeah.
Coming again though.
It is coming.
It's
What?
coming
Yeah.
again.
How?
Yep.
Winter's coming again. You'll know when it starts snowing.
All right. We don't get snow here in Kansas. We get extreme weather conditions.
That's true.
Okay.
Don't even get snow
Okay.
every year, and then this last year we got a ton of snow.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so from here, as you can see on the very bottom, you've got the power shroud for the power supply unit or the PSU. Paul, why is it more common these days that we see power shrouds inside of these cases? Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
I do not hear DJ. There he is.
okay. Can you hear me now? All right.
Yep.
So, can you explain why we've seen this resurgence of changes to, I would say, the classic PC style with power shrouds? How do they help?
So power shrouds give the power supply its own little nice compartment here. That's where it's going to go here. It's mostly an aesthetic thing, so you don't see all the wires coming out of the power supply. It makes the inside of the system look a lot cleaner. But it does have some performance advantages. So typically the power supply, the fan's going to be in the bottom of the case. So it's going to get its own air intake down here. And then it's going to shoot it out the back so that none of the heat from the power supply gets inside the main body of the case.
Nice. Nice. I dig it. Okay. Now we're getting all the rest of these cables in the back going on. Now, does this have the Velcro support in the back?
No, we can do a side shot from this. It has eyelets for some zip ties, so we do have quite a few different lines
Gotcha.
to choose from. So that it is a really nice tie-up case for sure. Just making this look
Nice.
pretty.
Ivory says, I've been to Florida. It was awful. I will keep my snow. I lived there for an entire summer and fall for like 6 months. It was very interesting. Okay. I'm getting our zip ties pulled on here. My condolences? Yes. Well, I mean, I was in the Navy at the time, so it was one of those kind of they chose, not me.
How do you like Florida? I don't. Good. Here you go.
Right here, you're stationed. Congratulations. I was just like, wait, what? Huh? Okay. We're getting these put together. What is up next for us to be installing there, guys?
So after these case cables get plugged in, we'll probably move on to our case fans and get those going.
Ooh, Dad of Chaos says, is that a Leon Lee case? And laugh out loud, Army vet here. Navy vet here. Paul's an Army vet.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Or Air Force, sorry, there we go.
You know, we're smarter than those Army pukes. We did better.
I am going to step aside for that fight. Listen, me and the Marines are going to stand over on the sidelines and watch you guys slap it out.
You guys eating crayons over there.
Yes, but we have condiments to make the crayons taste great.
Well, yeah,
Like
actual
vodka.
Dining facilities.
God,
Good food.
we'll admit that one. Man, when I was on my very first round of galley duty, I got put in the you're going to make the morning omelets station.
Oh.
Where,
What's with
and it was the
omelets?
same amount of.
Everywhere in the military, it's always omelets.
I don't know.
Easy to make.
I don't know, and it's
Yeah,
and it never
let's
it's
see.
never real eggs
Nutritious.
either.
Yeah, it's just like this.
It's powdered, just blah.
This yellow disc folded in half with some cheese in there sometimes.
Yep. I think I did. There was options for cheese, onions.
Some ham, some cubed ham. Did they have that?
Yeah, ham,
Yeah, yep.
and then you got to add your any other stuff. But man, I would put that on there, let it go, and just fold it over and give it away.
I would like cover art. They would get so bland after a while. I would take. They would have like a salsa thing, and I just dump salsa all over it, just to get a different flavor.
Yeah.
So funny though, freaking omelets.
Nicole's over here taking severe offense to
Yeah, Florida.
Ivory's-
Some strays today. Oh my gosh.
yeah. Well, and they're right in the middle of a bunch of storm paths, and I mean, Texas is already flooded out. There's more drowning in Texas than Whitney Houston in her bathtub. What? It's in Texas. It happened in Houston. Well, there's again lots of water kills people every time in Texas. Started with Whitney and it's never stopped. And of course our hearts and condolences go out to all of the families affected. I would definitely recommend if you want to help, check out some of the local charities there that are going to be helping with rehousing people.
Done.
All right.
Right?
Dang.
Speaking
Look
of-
at this. Look at this. Real quick. Look how good that is.
That's wicked, dude.
That's why you want Zach building your PC right there.
That is wicked. I love it. Okay.
I need to know from Dad of Chaos how fiber wire blew your PC up. What happened?
What? Fiber wire?
Yes, I'd been building a PC for 2 years since fiber wire blew mine up. Don't ground fiber wire.
Whoa!
There we go. Uh-oh.
Did you guys
We're
see
gonna get
that,
this
like,
fan on the
Japan
back?
broke the internet speed record?
Uh-uh.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
How fast?
They said you could download all of Netflix's entire catalog in like 5 minutes.
Nice.
Wow.
Netflix's catalog. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we're downloading in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah, we've been.
Now-
I grew up in LimeWire
Netflix,
days.
yeah.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
The Netflix
Like, if it's-
catalog.
at the point of teraflops up and down. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But and this is the thing, like that. The one thing that I want to point out to people when you get a PC, like I have a 10 gig Ethernet on my motherboard. Just because I have one doesn't mean that it will work that way. If you have a 5 or 10 gig on there or a 2.5 gig, it doesn't mean that it's going to slam it through and pull everything down at that speed. It can get up to that speed. But when you're downloading something, you also have to take into consideration the settings and features of whoever you're downloading from, because if they've got a lot of different files and options, they may limit how fast you can pull stuff.
So I just don't believe in the internet. It's all
not real.
lies.
Do you believe in the outer net?
Anyways,
Yeah.
Zach's an Audi, not an Innie.
Actually, I'm both.
Wow.
I'm a innie on the bottom and an Audi on the top.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So
You know what you know what they say
you get
about
a little-
innies
you
on
get a
the.
small little lint pocket. You know, oh, cool. Instead of a big lint pocket.
I'm doing really well not saying anything right now. I want points for this.
Bridget will walk in the
Jeez.
kitchen. I'm frying up bacon. What are you doing? Making sure I got no lint.
Data Chaos mentions was at an Air Force base on deployment once. They had steak and lobster on Saturdays. Oh God, yeah, Air Force always ate better than the Navy. I'll tell you that much.
We did eat pretty good, that's for sure, most of the time. Sometimes we had to slum it up like the other branches, but you know, for the most part. Yeah,
I was
steak
very-
and
like,
lobster, when you get that on your home base, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. That means you're about to go somewhere.
Surprise!
Here's your final meal, boys. What? Excuse me.
Why is there steak and lobster on a Tuesday at home station?
This isn't vacation.
Uh-oh.
You're sailing out tomorrow, or what?
Sail away.
Excuse me.
Come sail away with me.
I don't have that on my calendar. Someone call PSD. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, now take a look at the back. I love one of the things I love is IO Shield. It really does tie in the rest of the white for the case and everything else. It's almost like a Stormtrooper build. If I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm. Missing all those boxes.
Yes. Now I'll be very interested to figure out where we're going to be mounting that 2 terabyte Barracuda.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
I will
Okay.
take that off your hands. Bam.
Ooh.
So I can mount it.
Barracuda.
And then...
All right, let's see where this is going to go. Zach, where are we putting this?
So right here on this nice little tray.
Cool.
This tray can have a
What
couple
is-
2.5 inches or a couple 3.5 inches. So
Correct.
those like 4 posts that you see are for the 2.5 inch, and then these slots are for the 3.5.
We do it like a
inch
top
rows.
down.
Pinky says, one of Diesel Father's viewers said the Marine Corps is better. Sorry, not sorry. Listen, anybody who's willing to put their life on the line to protect the Constitution of this United States, that is a valid and just cause. I have a date with Marine, actually. Okay, getting this all screwed on and then attached in. Then we're also going to have the fan controller that we've still got to do. Plus, we're going to take a look at that 5070 here just in a few minutes. Yeah, good stuff. Wow, that actually looks really cool, like mounted like that.
So that will sit right there. And then
Oh.
I'll work on getting my fan hub, and that will stick right up above it. So
Nice. Nice. That actually works out really well. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, a Corsair case, yes?
Yep.
There we go. What's up, Momophone?
All right.
So as we're pulling in the here we go.
I've got one for you.
Let's hear it.
So you wake up tomorrow in a fantasy world, and you get to be any creature. You get any creature in a fantasy realm. What would the worst options be?
The worst options?
Mm-hmm.
A hamster.
Your parents are a centaur and a... Wait, is it a centaur or a minotaur? Minotaur?
With the horns?
Yeah.
The minotaur is like
okay,
half cow,
yes.
half human.
Yes.
But cow
Yeah, you're
on
talking
top.
about the
Centaur
Minotaur,
is
yeah.
human on top.
Yes. So you're a centaur.
yeah, half human, half man.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, half human, half horse.
And a mermaid. And you got the human halves of both.
You're the human halves of
Well,
both.
first of all, it'd be a merman, not a mermaid.
Merman, yeah.
My sister got me with that one. She's like, you wake up tomorrow and you're in the fantasy world, and you got the worst halves of the minotaur or the centaur and the mermaid. Like, so you're a human?
That's funny.
Jeez.
That's terrible.
Hey, sis, I'm gonna need you to work on that.
But you're in the fantasy
Okay.
world.
This fantasy sucks.
Now, this fantasy's on fire. Let's raw build, which is so Mustache asks for CLX raw build, which is better, the full liquid cooled case or the air cooled case? Also, does the fully liquid cooled case include liquid cooling the GPU as well? Yes and no. Paul?
All right, so which one is better? If you talk about like an open loop system where we do the custom bends of the tubes and you get to pick your coolant color and fitting color and all that stuff, I would say that is definitely the higher end. Now the other ones with AIOs are just fine. They're going to perform very well, but the open loop ones are very, very cool. So does it come with liquid cooling on the GPU as well? That is up to you to decide. You can pick for just a single loop, which is just on the CPU or the GPU, or you can have a single loop on your GPU and CPU, or you can do a dual loop, which is each CPU and GPU has its own loop. So if you do a dual loop, you can pick two different colors of fluid, which is always really cool. We like seeing that. Whether you got like your CPU on green coolant and your GPU on purple or something like that. So
It's the only thing that I would change about mine.
Yep, on open loop. Yeah, the dual loops where you have a separate loop for your CPU and GPU are just really cool because you're going to have two pumps, two reservoirs. They just look really cool.
Yeah. All right, we got our fans hooked up and filled out. There we go. Can the 5080 be liquid cooled yet?
I believe yes, it can. It can. Now, getting the blocks for those was a bit of a challenge at the beginning, but we have started getting those, I believe. I think we've been shipping them, actually, because we got quite a few orders in for open loops with 5090s.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, we're getting those fans finalized. Zach, what do you want to do once this is done?
We'll jump into power management.
Ultimate power. All right, taking a look at this. This is the GameDay's Helios P2. It is an 850 watt, 80 plex gold. Now, is this, because it's an 850, is that going to be enough to manage the power on a 5070?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
Power cable. Power supply.
All right, now tell us a little about this power supply.
All right, so like you mentioned already, DJ, this is an 850 watt, 80 plus gold power supply. This is a non-modular, so our cables are pre-soldered in, so that's why they are attached to the power supply. So I'll go ahead and snip that little twisty tie around there and start sorting out these cables. And we won't need all the cables for this build, so we're gonna have some extras that will be bundled and tucked neatly into the power supply shroud. So if you ever need these, they will be available to you.
Awesome. Cool. And then as far as determining what goes where, how would you do that if you're brand new?
So everything's pretty idiot proof. Now, if you're looking at it, it's going to look like, oh my gosh, all these connectors look the exact same. I hope I don't plug in my CPU power to my video card. But the good thing is they are pinned differently. So you physically cannot plug in like our 8-pin for our CPU. Like I wouldn't be able to plug this into the GPU. It physically won't go in. If I tried hard enough, I could probably get it in there. So if you have to push really, really hard, it means you're probably doing it wrong.
If it jams, force it. If it breaks, it needed replacing anyways.
There you go.
There it is. That's Murphy's Law right there.
Don't find it, grind it.
Right? Fresh Mustache says, are open loop builds done on the live stream?
They are usually not. Now we have done a couple of them with Hayden on the live stream. It's a pretty big challenge to live stream those because of how much labor goes into that. We would be live all day just building one of them. So when we did do it on the live stream, we prepped the tubes and prepped as much as we could. And so that was really cool. It's on our YouTube if you want to see that process. We didn't prep the video card, so we showed how we take the cooler off the video card and put the block on there and how all that stuff goes. So.
Let's see here. Data Chaos mentions, I have a Leon Lee case, NZXT cooler, 140 millimeter NZXT fans, 2 tablespoons of, no, sorry, that's 2 terabyte SSD. I thought it was tablespoon.
Hungry.
Thermal take, 180 watt power thermal take, 2 8 gig DDR5 engines. You're missing a CPU, GPU, and a fan controller for it to come to life. Looking at going for the i9 14300 and originally the RTX 4070 Ti.
Oh, very nice.
That could be cool. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's the easier way to tell.
Okay. Now we get to pull out our beautiful graphics card. Now this 5070 is a Venturis 2. So as far as 5070s go, there's the dual fan. Obviously, we have seen some 3-fan variants, but the 2 fans definitely seem to be a bit lighter in their structure. So as you unpack this and de-sticker it, let me know how that feels.
This is on the lighter side of cards. It's not super heavy, but it does have some weight to it. I don't believe we will need to use an anti-sag bracket for this card, but if we have one and we can make it work, we might.
Yes.
Get all these peels off.
Once again, an incredible back panel on that. I like it. All right, let's see. So, Paul, taking a look at the just basic construction of that, what are some things that stand out to you?
We got a clean back plate on here, and we got these cutouts to help for the ventilation. You can see our heat pipes and our fins running through here to help keep it cool. We've got 3 display ports and 1 HDMI for our video out, which is pretty standard. That's what you want. 2 fan model, like you said, 2 slot card.
Nice. 2 slot card, 2 drops, 2 drips, too many. There you go. Oh, funniest thing I've seen on the internets in a minute. So there's apparently a new sports drink group out there, right? And it's called Drink Drip Drop.
I've not heard of this.
It is all over the webs and stuff. Like, hey, this is the latest thing for athletes, both digital and physical.
Drip Drop.
And it's got all these things in it, and it's Drip Drop. And I find it freaking hilarious because back in like 2000, and I want to say 5 or 6, maybe 7, right around there, there was a YouTube artist named Shay St. John. And Shay St. John came up with this morbidly bizarre and hilarious 2-minute film called The Drip Drop Diet.
The drip.
And I say that it is not, it is funny because it's terrifying. It's that just like, what the am I watching? But you can't turn it off because it's that good. Yeah. So the I replied to a couple of their posts with, "Hey, How you doing? Did you know that this was a thing back in the day? I bet you didn't bother to look it up to see if somebody else had done something called the drip drop diet. Here's a link for you.
The drip drop diet, huh?
Yeah, and then so drink drip drop started getting all these people who were commenting on the drip drop diet video, and I got message to say, hey, can you please stop posting that link? All right, coming over to questions here. Free Mustache mentions that NVIDIA is supposedly doubling the FPS on the 40 series cards of what I've seen earlier on PC Gamer mentioned online. Interesting. Hashim! Hello!
What's up?
Good to see you. And Zealand's Media over on the YouTube side says, what's up, CLX? Sorry I'm late to the party. It's all good. So long as you got here, that's all that matters.
Fashionably late.
Yes. So, what you guys doing for this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend?
Is this weekend the Pokemon thing, or is that
Pokey
last
Fest.
week?
No, you're right. It's this
So where
weekend.
is that?
Pokey. It's at the Drury Plaza
Okay,
Hotel.
Drury? Okay.
Drury, D-R-U-R-Y. That's why it's hard to say.
Drury.
Drury. It's like an old hotel here in Wichita. So we got that. My kid's pretty excited about that. We're gonna look for some slabbed Charizards. My buddy, who's got some money burning a hole in his pocket, is gonna be out of town. He has authorized me to spend his money on some expensive Pokemon cards. So
Damn all right then.
we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Did you see that Beards is closing?
The floral place?
The gas station?
Oh, I did. Yeah, over on. Central.
No, they got, well, they're not closing. They got bought out.
Yeah, they did. And they got bought.
They got bought out by Goatee Gas.
Oh. They got bought out by Jumpstart? What? If y'all don't know, I don't know if y'all have Jumpstart in your areas, but they're like, I go to Jumpstart.
What you
they
do to
got
a car that's
dollar
with a dead
fountain
battery?
drinks. And they got that
Wow.
special Mountain Dew Goji Berry Blast exclusive flavor. Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Joe, you remember Joseph who worked at inventory?
Yeah.
He'd always come back and be like, I got that Gucci Berry Mountain Dew. It's like G-O-J-I berry. Yeah. Jumpstart
here's
is
an
not
interesting.
something to be proud of, but we go there. We have Quick Trips. Quick Trips are something we can pride ourselves on. That's a better gas station than anything else out there.
Oh my lord. All right, so Doc Chaos says, I have an Asus ROG with AMD Ryzen 9 and an RTX 3060, and it can't even run COD on the lowest settings. That's probably got to do with the 3060, I would guess.
Yeah, you should be able to run it on like 1080. Is that what resolution are you playing at? Because you should be able to play COD, I would think. I'm not a big COD player, so I'm not like super familiar with the settings on that. But even with a 3060, I would think you could play on 1080.
Did I say Doc? My bad. Sorry. Dad of Chaos. Apologies. Doc Chaos was my social media manager and was basically he kind of headed up most of the community management for me from all the way back on Mixer, and he passed a couple of years ago. So I see something of Chaos, and I see D and then Chaos, and all I keep going to is like, Doc Chaos. Recalculating.
Pour one out.
So, yeah, whoops. Thank you for pointing that out. My bad. Wow, that's like the third time I've done that in the last couple of weeks. Nice.
Strength.
Okay. Now, what are you going to do with all the extra cables that you're not going to be using from the power supply?
Cut them off with a sawzall and throw them in the trash.
So I have folded the graphics cables up because this 70 uses the 12-volt power cable, the 2x6, and so we've got that set out, and then we've got our SATAs and MOLEXs all wrapped up to where they look good too.
Yeah, please don't cut off. By the way, he was joking when he said that. Please don't cut off anything you're not using. I guarantee you that will cause problems. Good gravy.
Don't need a finger, lose it.
Yeah, I ain't using all 10 of these right now. This is weighing me down.
Mm-hmm.
I am left-handed, which means I only need 5 fingers.
It's that weight reduction.
See that?
There you go.
No hair. Makes me more aerodynamic for when I fight.
Yeah.
What do you say? Like, I'm aerodynamic.
TJ is super aerodynamic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see?
I guess you could say I got ahead in that race.
I saw that Michael Phelps did like a lap with his beard on, and then he did a lap after he shaved, and he had 5 seconds worth of hair on his chin.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
cool.
it was ridiculous the amount of time it cost him to have facial hair.
Dang.
You don't really think about that, but yeah, it causes drag.
So the next Olympia needs to grow a big beard and do it like that, just to flex.
Yep.
Like, yep, I won with
Right.
the beard. I did this on hard mode.
That's nuts. Okay.
I didn't shave my
Now.
back for this race. I made this harder.
I added. I had implants.
Oh my lord. Well,
Some
we've
big
got
Russian grizzly bear just comes out.
roar.
Destroys everybody's like, do we need tranks?
Just walks out of a locker room. Roar. My response is, did you pay your membership fees and did you put your towel away?
Man versus bear. Bear versus audience.
Right. We don't need no stinking bear. Just kidding. Everybody needs bear. Oh my gosh. There's this hilarious, I would say, shorts group that has been, I love it. White and black. It's, again, very Stormtrooper build. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Yes. Still got all 4 on there.
Yeah, 3 displays, 1 HDMI. All right, DJ, because Paul and I asked Paul about this the other day, and I want to ask your thoughts and opinions on it. Why don't HDMI cables and DisplayPort cables have the screws on the sides to screw them in like old DVI cables?
Old DVI and VGAs?
Yeah. Why did
Because
that go away? How come that amazing feature of a function went away?
Okay, so because the screws, when you screwed them in on the sides, that was what grounded that plug and cable to the case. The way that the plugs are made now, it grounds itself within the socket, and which makes it easier for quick release. The flip side is you can easily trip over one of those cables and yank that sucker out and screw it up completely. But if I'm not mistaken, that's why those screws were there, was to make sure that it's similar to the standoffs. Mm-hmm. Just to make sure it was grounded to the case so you didn't end up shorting it out.
I always appreciated that those were like 3 millimeters long length of threads, and you're like just barely getting a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
That cable maybe
Why
get
do I
ripped
need to
out of the plug.
unplug this and plug it back in?
Yeah. Rip the cable out of the plug, but the plug will stay there.
I just did that with my USB charging cable for my phone. I had it plugged in to underneath my bed, and I got out of bed and wasn't looking and tripped over it and ripped the entire casing out. It just the 4 little like wires were there, and I had to reach inside the USB port and pull the rest of it out. And I looked at it and thought, well, this is not going to be good. Not going to be fun. Ooh, look at that. It's looking good. So while they're getting these panels on and going to get us ready to rock and roll here, I want to take you guys on an adventure and show you how you can get a PC just like our friend Diesel Father is doing. So let's jump over to, I almost said Reading Rainbow. CLXgaming.com. Good Lord. At CLXgaming.com, we've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to get the PC of your dreams. It's going to do everything that you needed to do. Whether you want something on the small side that's just going to fit like an ITX build on your desk, or you want something as big as a RAW, which is the largest version, we've got all sorts of different sizes and styles. We carry all of the major brands too as well. So you want Intel? We got Intel. We've got AMD, Radeon, NVIDIA, and ARC. You can get all of those things. You want RAM? We got it. We've got, the best part is we've also got our cable upgrades, and you name it. And the best part is you can't really screw it up. And here's why. And we're going to use the graphics card as an example. So notice how that little button went from green to yellow? Well, it's because you chose something that wasn't quite compatible. So in this example, we've got an 850 watt game DS, but we've got a, whoops, there we go. And we've got a 5712 gig. So what we're going to be doing is it basically is saying, all right, you want this power supply, then you have to choose one of these following graphics cards, because one you've chosen isn't going to be able to function with that. Or vice versa, if you really want this graphics card, pick one of these following power supplies. Once it's done, the little button goes back to green and you can go and check it out. We've got a one-stop shopping center for everything you could possibly need. You want to overclock your GPU, your CPU, upgrade your thermal paste? We can do all of that with your system. If you need streaming gear, guess what? We've got we carry Elgato's. So if you need any capture card, we can also grab that. We have sound cards, video cards, but the accessories page is the best one. It's the very end, because this is how you can get these CLX shirts, hoodies, windbreakers, you name it, we've got it, and it's amazing. It's right there. And then when you go to events, we can all be CLX family together. If you need keyboards, controllers, mice, gamepads, we've got it. We need headphones, great. You need a microphone, we've got Beacon Mix Creates, and we've got Beacon mics, as well as, I believe, a few other brands. So, as you move on down, we've got speakers, monitors, digital screens for inside of your system, routers, and even a chair. So, with that said, it's literally a one-stop shopping center for everything you could possibly ever need for your PC. Now, that may sound a little bit daunting to some of you, so we've got something that makes it even easier, and it is our RTS section, which stands for Ready to Ship. These are PCs that have already been built, tested, and are ready and waiting for a new home. They come in multiple different ranges, starting from entry level all the way up through ultra high performance, and that gives you an idea to see kind of how much money you're looking to spend, depending on the kind of pieces that you or components that you want inside of there. And once you select it, you just take it right in there. You can get financing. We come with a 1-year warranty for parts, lifetime labor, and technical support, and you can get all that all the way up to 3 years, which is fantastic. So for all of your future computer or gaming needs, head on over to CLXgaming.com and see what we can do for you. Look at that. This is going to be reflective as I'll get out. Alrighty. This is for Diesel Father, also known as, let's see here. Yes, Diesel Father. There we go. What?
AJ.
Yes, AJ. Are we ready to see this turned on? There it is.
Looks beautiful.
And when the colors kick in, this is going to go wild. Look at that. That is fantastic. That looks absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Well, congratulations to AJ, also known as Diesel Father. I'm getting all my names mixed up today. So what we're going to do here in just a few minutes, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, you're going to get to spend the afternoon with Zach as he continues to build more amazing machines. Now, this show happens every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's 2 Eastern. On Tuesdays, we're here on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. On Thursdays, we're exclusively on TikTok, so you don't want to miss that show at all. If you'd like to find out more about all the great things that are going on with CLX, head on over to our social media. That's YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at CLX Gaming. You could also jump into our Discord at discord.gg/CLX Gaming and join a bunch of like-minded PC enthusiasts. And also, who knows, find a buddy. And finally, yeah, that's basically it. So, on behalf of Jason and Kyle in production, Paul and Zach, I'm DJ Blue PDX. Don't go away. We've got more coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Bye, everybody. Yeah.